Just said Jeffrey, and we're live. Welcome to FML. FML could mean lots of different things, but I meant Friday Morning Live. Here we go.
It's Danny and Country Corey.
Listen to it every day. Kicks ass. Can't get no better.
On 98.1 The Max.
This excites me, and it scares the hell out of Corey.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
Diners can expect substantially loosened restrictions with Health Directive 19 going in effect next week. Shelby County officials told the Memphis Restaurant Association yesterday the upcoming changes were discussed with the understanding that they are the expected changes, but they're still not firm.
County Mayor Lee Harris said we can expect contact tracing and record keeping by restaurants such as seating charts to be significantly relaxed or eliminated. The present midnight curfew is expected to be extended to 1 a.m. The two-hour dining limit may be eliminated, and the limit of 6 diners at tables may be increased to 8.
Dun, dun, dun.
Terrifying. After a whole year of being on guard, like to be told, hey, you don't have to be on guard anymore. No, that's not the way this works. That's not the way this works. I'm going to have to slowly reincorporate my thinking. You know what I mean?
I think most people have, though, Corey, is the thing. Like, I'm forgetting my mask. I'm forgetting to sanitize. It's just taking time to get there.
I'm not forgetting my mask. I'm not forgetting to sanitize. I got sanitizer in the car.
What would you have done during World War II? Sat at home and cowardly hid in your closet, or gone out
in World War II? What do you mean? If I had been called on by my country, I would have gone. I would go now if I was called. That's why I'm wearing a mask, because I was called on by my country to do so.
Being called by your country is to go to these restaurants, these local businesses, keep everybody working and making money, and let the elderly sit at home and be protected.
I thought you did. I thought you supported the restaurants when you did curbside. I thought when I went through the drive-through at Brad's Barbecue, that was supporting Brad's Barbecue. Was I wrong?
How many curbside meals have you gotten this year?
I mean,
not drive-through, not fast food, curbside restaurant food.
Curbside from a local restaurant. Probably less than I went to McDonald's, just because Chick-fil-A, because they're quick and cheap. But yeah, I've gone to Brad's Barbecue a lot because it's close to the house. Mama's Barbecue I've been to a couple times. That's on Stage Road in Bartlett. The Chinese restaurant a couple times. So several. I mean, I can't count them, but several. I mean, I haven't refused to get food from a restaurant. Of course, I'm a home cook anyway. I like to have food made at home most of the time.
Did you ever go out and get beers or drinks at a bar?
Before COVID?
Yeah.
Not really. It's cheaper to drink at home. And safer. A lot less chance of a DUI at home. So, I mean, I really wasn't a big going out person anyway. It's kind of a homebody before. And, but curbside and stuff, I thought I was supporting restaurants.
Well, I mean, it's not that you're not. It's just a lot of people went in and had drinks and spent more money while they were, a lot of restaurants don't make money off their food as they do their alcohol.
Okay.
So
I wasn't doing much of that before the pandemic. So,
well, yeah. And so, I mean, yeah, you're a different person.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Except now I wear a mask.
I won't say that you're not normal, because I know you'll get in a frenzy with that and it'll make you cry.
What is normal?
But you may be normal and I may be abnormal when it comes to going out and drinking. I don't know. But to me, it's just non-American to be told what I'm going to do on the 4th of July.
Okay. Well, then do what you want on the 4th of July.
I sure as hell will.
You have fun, by God. Go out there and have a great time.
And all my grandparents are dead, so I'm not worried about it. And there are more than 100 qualified providers who can do vaccinations across Shelby County now. Now that the city of Memphis has taken over, they made an allocation to 50 providers yesterday. So next week, 14,000 doses will go to those 50 providers. And we will be on our way to getting everybody vaccinated. Did you see that place? I can't remember where. I think Virginia. They gave out the vaccines that there was nothing in the syringes.
They just gave people empty syringes.
Yes, by mistake.
They didn't shoot them up, did they?
No, there was nothing,
Okay.
but they have vaccinated those people who got mistakenly nothing.
I was going to say, if they gave somebody a shot of air, that could have killed them dead right there on the spot.
That's true. I don't know what was in it, or
It may have been saline. I guess because I guess you kind of mix it with saline. I don't know if I've never been to medical school. Are you fired up in a hurry to get a vaccine?
No.
Because I know a lot of people that can't get there fast enough.
Yeah, I don't really care one way or the other.
I mean, I'm going to get it, but I want to wait until the first responders and healthcare workers have had a chance. Like, I don't want to take a place in line from a nurse. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. Put me last on the list.
Yeah, but I want to get one, but I want to make sure that people more important than me get one first, regardless of how many doses there are.
Yeah, I feel like I know a lot of people that have gotten it already, though.
I know, and it's weird because like 2 weeks ago, it was like only people 65 and older, and we're gonna make sure this group and that group and this group and that group, and then you got some radio disc jockey going, "I got a vaccine." Well, why the hell did you get a vaccine?
Oh, because this industry, there's so many people who think they're a lot more important than they really are.
I mean, just let the nurses and doctors and police get them. You know what I mean? And then we'll worry about my dumb ass. Because I'm good. I'm gonna stay home with 5 masks and 7 bottles of sanitizer.
I know you are.
I got a UV light over my head that kills germs as they come in. So
And
I'm good.
I've already had it, and I only lost my sense of smell and taste. So if that's all it does to me, then I can handle it again until I get vaccinated.
So Willie is Danny's dog, old one-eyed Willie, and he had a medical emergency earlier this week. How is he?
He's good. He had surgery yesterday. This started on Monday. It's now Friday. I don't understand if how big my bill's going to be, but yeah, he's good. He had surgery yesterday and should come home on Monday.
Well, that's great. I hope we get more details here in just a few minutes. For future reference, this does not mean timeout. It means tease.
Time. It means go.
It means tease.
Oh.
Because it's a T.
Well, then don't ask me how he's doing.
Oh, I was asking you so you could say, I'll tell you next. Yeah. This little hair is bugging the piss out of me.
You're as bad as me when it comes to bangs, hence the hat. Willie needs a GoFundMe. Thank you, Ron. That's hysterical.
So does Corey. That Venmo idea was a good idea, though. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Having a show Venmo, so it could be Johnny on the spot. Should we ever get the opportunity? Oh, Ron. Rolling Stones or the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh, I needed to ask you. Can you grab? I don't understand how this happens, but hold on. Maybe I'm just a moron.
What can I grab?
That Topic Pulse story of the Foo Fighters, because I can't find it this morning.
Oh, is it on the right-hand side? It may have scrolled out. Topic Pulse.
Nope, there it is. See, I put a space between Topic and Pulse, and that's my problem. Oh, and that's where I saw the Kroger Clinic. It's in Midlothian, Virginia. Just giving out. Let me see if it was air. Empty shots. They were administered empty shots. So to me, that would be air.
It sounds like it, but I mean, don't they? I don't know. I thought they mixed it with like saline or something. I don't know. Like if it's just saline, it won't hurt you. But if they shoot you up with air, you're probably going to die when that air bubble gets to your heart. So I don't know. I don't see the.
I got it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Ooh, Skillets coming to town. So, Rolling Stones or Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh, Chili Peppers.
That's the one you want to hear?
Oh yeah, that's a hand placed one.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I love it when your hands on. Good morning. It's Friday, bitches.
Hey, Todd.
Remember when you were a kid, you draw like band names and you'd write all over your notebook. Boys would write band names, girls would write like New Kids on the Block. And you remember that? You remember doing that in like middle school?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what David Neese is doing right now in the comments. Same thing.
Trump 2024.
That's the New Kids on the Block, Metallica, Guns N' Roses logos. Because if he had a notebook, he'd write Trump 2024 all over it.
It's all over my notebook.
I know.
Oh.
All right. So are we going to get more of an update here and then go into the thing, or are we just going to go into the thing?
That's right. Please raise your hand in my class.
I can't get this. Have you heard about this?
Right.
We're gonna get kicked off.
They say
Stop. This teacher's using the corn song. And what's even better about it, it's like this old black man with a big white beard just up there in the front of the class singing corn, teaching his kids the alphabet to a corn song.
Right on.
That's hilarious.
Comments are breaking out today. Vicky, Stacy, everybody.
It's Friday, bitches.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just go into it and then you ask me.
Okay.
What would you do did you think about what you would do if he died?
End of life planning for your pets. There's a creepy pet cemetery off of
It's one off Forest Hill.
is it off Forest Hill? Is it really creepy?
Forest Hill and home, yeah.
Right, maybe
I think. I don't know. Maybe not. I can see it in my head, and it doesn't seem right.
I can see it in my head. It's real creepy.
With a little building.
Yeah. That's the one. It's kind of creepy. I just can't ever think of a pet cemetery without thinking they're going to come back to life.
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey
All right, so let's go.
on 98.1 The Max.
5 days later, One-Eyed Willie, the dog, made it out of surgery. I drove him to Mississippi State on Monday. And then apparently he had pneumonia. So you can't put a dog under with pneumonia. But he came out flying colors. But they want to keep him till Monday because, well, that's just how you make more money.
What surgery did they do?
They went in on his spine and he had two ruptured discs. So they went in there and took the pieces of the disc out of him.
Okay.
They had to chip one piece off because they weren't quite sure what that was. So I'm sure we're going to have cancer. And then maybe he'll stay till next March, like COVID.
What's the aftercare on a surgery like that?
Well, it's funny you ask because my husband asked too. And I said, I haven't asked. And then I missed a call last night and only got a voicemail. So I have no idea if I'm going to have a dog in a sling with no back legs like The Secret Lives of Pets. And he's gonna be walking around like a wheelbarrow. I don't know.
He's gonna have that little wheelbarrow thing, like you're thinking, with his front legs and his back legs were basically wheels for a while.
Yeah, and I'm glad I took off for spring break. We're not going anywhere. I'll just be like carrying dog around.
We're dog sitting all week, laying in the floor with him like you were Sunday night.
Who knew? I mean, doesn't that just sound weird? I dropped him off on Monday, and I'm gonna go pick him up a week later.
The dog had pneumonia and ruptured discs. If
I don't have a GoFundMe page.
But if your grandmother had pneumonia and ruptured discs, she'd be in the hospital for a week. So
I wouldn't.
And you said he's 14 years old. So wow, you're harsh.
Just kidding.
The hell with old granny. And this is weird. And I was thinking about this last night. You'd mentioned that he was out of surgery and all that. And I was like, this might be weird, but did you think about if he had died, how you would handle it?
I don't know that I think about it. I don't know that I thought about it, but I did have a vision pop in my head very early on of the family in the backyard burying him. I don't know why. I just figured it just popped in my head like, oh, that's what we're going to be doing
here later this week.
Yeah. So yeah, I would just bury him in the backyard like the rest of the pets.
You wouldn't cremate him, spread his ashes somewhere that he loved?
No, that would never cross my mind. My parents cremated their dog, and he's in an urn with a big painting above their fireplace.
See, I would cremate my dogs and just sprinkle them like Winnie. I would wait till it snowed and sprinkle them somewhere in the snow because she loves the snow. But Tobias and my little Chorky, I'd take him to the beach because he loves the beach, chasing seagull shadows and all that.
See, that just sounds outrageous to me. Me driving to Mississippi State was outrageous to you, and then me thinking that you would spread the ashes sounds outrageous. That's hilarious.
But see, I wouldn't like make a special trip. I'd just like put them in the closet and hope I remembered them on the next beach vacation.
Okay.
They'd be out in the storage room on the top shelf somewhere in a mason jar.
Now I would purchase a headstone. That wouldn't be the first. There's headstones of dogs in the backyard.
In your backyard, so you have a pet cemetery in your backyard? That is creepy.
It's like that one with the little house that you drive by and you're like, that's the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, I've been by that pet cemetery. I can't remember where it's at, but it is creepy.
All right, now what if you died? Would you want your ashes spread somewhere?
Yes.
Where?
Oh, I got a great place for that. It's morbid, but it's perfect. I'll tell you about it coming up next. Good spot to get out there, I thought.
Called a PLAN, in, meat, out. What if you're a vegan? Do you still say that? In, meat, out? You say in, vegetables, out.
You go in, protein, out.
Got a crash in the gourd.
Hey, nothing reminds me to turn that off like Wendy does.
Like Wendy. Good old Wendy.
Got to remember to turn that off. Look at that. We get to play 2 songs.
Because we know what we doing. I say when we tease here, we solicit too.
I'm down.
I'm down.
With the sickness.
I
can't do that. I can't do it. I know where it sounds decent.
It used to be a hotkey.
It's probably still in there somewhere.
Right? I can't get enough. It's your love. It just does
to me.
Put a shock right through me. Oh, you bastard.
Beans are the protein of champions. Had a pet cemetery in my backyard in my old house. I have probably 5 or 6 dogs. God, what is it with these backyard pet cemeteries?
To be honest with you, they're not here. They're when I said it, Carl's dog is at his parents' farm, and then I got one at my parents' farm. Like they gets into the farm, but under different terms. They're already dead before they get there.
No, it's on Hacks Cross.
All right, but it's headed towards Holmes, I guess. It's got to be, right? Like Hacks Cross and Holmes?
Yep, just north of East Holmes. Yeah, that's where. Yeah, that's where I've seen it. Yeah, oh, that creepy building. Just looked it up on Google Maps.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
We used to go to it when people would come in town all the time.
Why?
I don't know. It was kind of,
Hey, you're from out of town. Let's go get some barbecue and go to the pet cemetery.
yeah, after we see Graceland and Mud Island. I've been to Graceland 17 times because every person that came to visit us, we had to go. And then we'd go to the pet cemetery. It's all about seeing dead things.
Yeah. Well, that's where Memphis has been since 1977. What is the cheese?
Where would you have your ashes spread? I can't even remember what I came up with. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I wrote it down. There's 2 I thought I couldn't decide from.
Strawberries.
God, when did we write that down? Was that this week or last week?
I don't know. I don't put dates on anything. Or actually, I don't remember where this page came from because I ripped it out because it was a previous page in the notebooks. I ripped it out and made it a current page, and now I've lost it.
Just does something to me.
Rockalot's family took folks to Mud Island.
My kids' notes in my book crack me up.
What?
Josie will just write these random notes in my book, and it cracks me up.
Barry wants you to bring the damn bell back.
My kids keep stealing the damn thing.
Feel free to use the hotkey.
Oh, why did the news come to your school? You need to remember that one.
Going to get a whole bunch of Go Jim Goes.
That's fantastic.
My favorite was when the mascot came, like Woodsy Owl. You know nothing about Woodsy Owl, do you?
No, I don't.
I didn't think so. Woodsy Owl wanted you to clean up after you damn self and not throw litter all over the place.
Oh, I liked when Mole McGruff came.
See, I didn't have McGruff. I had Woodsy Owl. So that's the mascot that goes with your environment. In Memphis, McGruff the crime dog. In the middle of nowhere, Woodsy Owl.
Oh, that's so funny.
Are we already on to the text message thing? I always forget to open that. The zip whip.
Barry, I'm gonna look for that.
You got a bell on the hotkeys. You could use that.
But that's not the fun of it. You know, I got the bell and the horn. I don't do the horn from lug nut.
The clown honky honky horn. All right, here comes 15 seconds.
If you could spread your ashes anywhere in the world, 535-9898, where would you have them spread?
I have got a great place and a great reason why I want them spread there. I'll tell you about it right after the offspring. I was expecting a sweeper there, and there wasn't one.
Yes, rock a lot. That Native American with the one tear coming down.
Oh, yeah. An iconic American photograph. Thank you, Barry. She's going to look for the damn bell. 98 won the max.
Hello.
Hey,
How's it going?
going great, man.
Calling about the ashes.
Okay, where would you want them spread?
Have to say a Rammstein concert at the Fire Zone.
Right on. That sounds pretty awesome.
Yes, sir. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
What concert?
I don't know. I'm about to listen to it and find out. Ramstein
Oh, yeah.
keeps. I mean, that guy won't go away.
No.
Douage. Barry wants you to bring that bell back just because Jarman hated it. Guess what? Corey does too. Did you find it? Danny has a hidden talent, everybody. She can be perfectly still to the point that it looks like her screen is frozen. Oh, wait, her screen's frozen. Hello? Okay, I'm on it. Bye-bye. Yep, her screen was frozen. um, whoops. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Personal hotspot.
Your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had to do that many times myself. So why's your internet out? Didn't you pay the bill?
Oh, you have to pay that thing?
Turns out that intranet company wants your money. Oh, wait, everybody does. You were frozen on screen. And I was like, Danny Bruns can remain so perfectly still, it appears her screen is frozen. And then you disappeared. I was like, oh, wait, she was frozen. Oh, okay. Good times, good times.
Okay, so but I can't see anything.
What do you mean? Oh, you can't see the stuff?
The clock or anything. No, I'm just on my laptop.
Okay, that's fine.
It's Danny and Country Corey
It's freaking amazing.
on 98.1 The Max.
Where would you spread your ashes if you could? Not you personally. After you die, somebody else could.
901-535-9898.
I have to say a Rammstein concert at the Fire Zone.
At the Fire Zone of a Rammstein concert. That
He is
guy,
ready to go to that.
I mean, he is to the wall today. I love it. So my spot would be, and at first it's going to sound boring, in my yard. It's going to sound boring, right? Yeah, Corey stays home all the time, so he wants his ashes to be in his yard. Surprise, surprise. But here's the thing. I put so much money and energy into this damn place that I want to be there forever.
That's great.
So much money and energy into this place that it is, I don't care who, I'm dead, sell the house to Joe Blow, but either way, I'm still there. What about you?
Mine's lame. The only one I could come up with was at Houston High School.
Why the hell would you want to be in high school for eternity?
God, it was the best 4 years of my life. I mean, besides getting married and having kids and my family, I don't know. I just, now is probably the best years of my life, but a lot of stress comes with it. In high school, you had nothing to worry about.
Right? Yeah, it's a good point. 901-535-9898. My mother-in-law kept her husband, has her husband's ashes in an urn in her bedroom. And I used to think it was weird and creepy, but it finally occurred to me why she's doing that. It's because she's saving them until she dies so they can be mixed together and spread at the place that they met or whatever.
That's nice. That's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, I thought. 901-535-9898. We will hear from you about where you want your ashes spread. We're so morbid.
On a Friday. Death.
It is 98.1 The Max.
Yeah, you talking about ashes?
Yeah, man, where you want your spread?
I want them put beside the commode. And then when the old lady comes in there and uses that flavored water, take a teaspoonful and put it in that douche bag, and then so she can squirt it and say, I done been run through it one more time.
Okay, great.
Oh my God.
It could quite possibly be the nastiest thing I've ever heard.
That's old school. You hear me? That's old school.
I believe it. Thank you for the call, buddy.
You got to say it just like that. You got to put it in that douche bag and squirt it, as you can say, he's been run through it one last time.
Thank you, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
What in the electric hell are we?
Dude, Michael Jackson. Michael Jordan just walked in the studio. I mean, after that call, I'd believe anything.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. That was tons of fun.
That is going to be on the air, right?
Is it?
He didn't say anything.
Can we say douchebag?
I don't see why not. He only says it. I just take that end part off. Just the beginning. We don't need to hear it twice. Would you agree? I mean, that's unbelievable. We do have to share that, don't we, Elizabeth? I know. As nasty as it is, it's unbelievable. Someone would call a radio station and actually say that.
It's so gross. 98.1 The Max. Good morning.
Hi, I have a comment about what I'm doing after my death.
Okay, where do you want your ashes spread?
Well, I'm not being cremated. I'm actually signed up to go to the body farm.
Ooh, up in Knoxville?
Yes.
So you're gonna be you're gonna be a medical cadaver?
Yes. Well, they don't really do that. They just put your body out in various conditions and let you decompose and study for like FBI and stuff to see, how they can determine time of death and things like that.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna be a forensic cadaver thing.
Yes, sir.
Experiment kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Barbara.
Barbara, what day is it?
It's Friday, bitches.
Yes.
Woo!
Thank you, Barbara. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, this is so weird.
I had I dated a guy who had to go through that. He was up there for like 7 weeks.
I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, it makes total sense, but
I've
never heard of it.
Have him.
I've never heard of it. That's kind of weird. All of a sudden, we got Barry. We can't find the bell. He'll put it up there for us to read. Oh, we got it.
I got it.
Oh, we got it now. Careful, that's child attractant right there. That's like
it's like making eye contact with a dog.
Right. Dinging a bell brings children. Well, they got a bell. It's something noisy, something fun. What? Wow.
Right? Those two calls are not what I expected.
No, not at all. Not
Down
at
at Panama City Beach, baby.
all. That's what I expected, but no. Donate your body. Can you do that with dogs? Like, can you donate a dog's body to science? That'd save me a lot of money. Rockalot's got a great point.
Yeah, I mean, I would see why. I don't see why not.
Is it disrespectful, like if if a family member dies unexpectedly, to just do that so you don't have to pay for the funeral? Is that disrespectful? It's a good question for 3.5 minutes from now. I can't believe that.
Yeah, he said, yes, we go to school to teach virtually. Some kids have returned, but not many.
Wow. All right. $98.1 The Max.
Hey, Corey, it's Ben.
Hey, buddy, what's happening?
Man, I've got a good one for you for my ashes.
Okay, go ahead.
When I die, I want only half of my body to be cremated. I want to bury the other half.
So you're going to split it up because you're so indecisive?
No, I want the bottom half to be the cremated part, and I want those ashes to be thrown in my boss's yard so he can kiss my ass the rest of his life.
That's perfect. Thank you, Ben. Have a great weekend, buddy.
Yeah, man. Have a great day. It's Friday, bitches.
Bitches.
Woo! Back in the summer of 93. That's when I was in high school. Well, I am just so proud of our listening audience with these great comments today. Look at my text.
Wow. Didn't see that coming.
It was just a total mess. I don't know. Can your body be refused from science?
It seems like they could have. It seems like they'd want to. I don't know. All right, we're gonna start with the douchebag. Can't believe we're gonna air that call. And we're gonna go with Body Farm and then Ben.
And then how are we out?
If we have, we'll either find a funny spot or we'll tease what's coming up right at 8.
Oh, we got more than wood.
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey
Awesome.
on 98.1 The Max.
Where would you spread your ashes if you could spread them anywhere after you die?
901-535-9898.
I want to put beside the commode, and then when the old lady comes in there and uses that flavored water, take a teaspoonful and put it in that douche bag, and then so she can squirt it and say, I done been run through it one more time.
That is so gross. That's just.
Did that really just happen? Did we?
Did he really? Oh my God. 901-535-9898. Hello.
Hi, I have a comment about what I'm doing after my death.
Okay, where do you want your ashes spread?
Well, I'm not being cremated. I'm actually signed up to go to the body farm.
Ooh, up in Knoxville?
Yes.
So you're gonna be you're gonna be a medical cadaver?
Yes. Well, they don't really do that. They just put your body out in various conditions and let you decompose and study for like FBI and stuff to see, how they can determine time of death and things like that.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna be a forensic cadaver thing.
Yes, sir.
Experiment kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Barbara.
Thanks, Barbara. We appreciate you. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, they don't grow bodies at the body farm.
That's very misleading title.
Yes.
Very misleading.
I actually had a boyfriend who went there for like 7 weeks, and that's what they do. They just stay in the dorms over the summer and then go and study bodies in the body farm all day.
I thought it would be like they use the bodies as fertilizer for a farm. Was kind of my next line of thinking after growing bodies. No, that seems ridiculous. What next? What could that possibly mean? I was today years old when I learned about the body farm in Knoxville. What?
On our Facebook Live, Chris says, I want my ashes spread in the woods with all my friends drinking and camping. Those were the best days of my life back in the summer of 93.
901-535-9898.
Hey, Corey, it's Ben.
Hey, buddy, what's happening?
When I die, I want only half of my body to be cremated. I want to bury the other half.
So you're going to split it up because you're so indecisive?
No, I want the bottom half to be the cremated part, and I want those ashes to be thrown in my boss's yard so he can kiss my ass the rest of his life.
That's perfect. Thank you, Ben. Have a great weekend, buddy.
Yeah, man. Have a great day. It's Friday, bitches.
Bitches! Woo! That was funny. His balls. I mean, he really hates his balls if he wants to be there for eternity.
Yeah, just as I wouldn't spend that much time on my boss.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't make someone have to go over there.
Your morning wood is coming up just after 8 o'clock right here on the Max. Probably should have just hit it, huh?
Well, I can't see it, so.
$98.1 The Max.
Good morning, Country Boy.
Good morning. Who is
How are
this?
you? It's Jenny.
Jenny, how are you doing
You
this
know where
morning?
I'm good.
All right,
You know where I want my ashes?
where's that?
I want it over marijuana fields so everybody can smoke my ass goodbye.
Right on. Hell yeah.
A whole new meaning of up in smoke.
Y'all make the trip into work wonderful. Thank y'all very much.
Well, that is a pleasure of ours. We are glad to do it.
Thank you.
All right, have a good weekend, Jenny. It's Friday, bitches.
Oh, yes, Friday, bitches. I forgot it's
We'll talk to you later, girl.
All right, so I am going to do a reboot. What do you think about that?
I don't know. You're gonna take your shoes off and put boots on?
No, I'm taking my boots off and putting new boots on. I'm gonna
Oh, that's a reboot, right?
All
right.
So you're good, right? If I go away for a minute?
Yeah, I'm going away for a minute.
Well, I may not go away for a minute if this hotspot stays on. Okay. I'm gonna mute myself though because there's no telling what words are gonna come out of my mouth as I try to get down there and unplug everything.
Are you what was I just thinking? Never mind, I forget. Okay. Cool. We feel so alone. Bananas have a handle. High in potassium. Not really sure what potassium is supposed to do, but bananas are high in it. So, yeah. Something about it. Bananas supposed to help your feet, too. I don't know what that's about. Thank you, Jordan. And a happy It's Friday, bitches, to you, too. You know, I miss iPods. Those were fun. Those little dial. Got my kid an MP3 player for Christmas 100 years ago. Had an SD card, so he could get. He had like a back then, 2 gig SD card was like $30. Sanitizing. Don't know who else had COVID and touched that banana. Choice on the Jimmy D cut. Huh.
Almost in business.
Almost, huh?
Barracuda's just going in circles. Hold on.
Oh, Barracuda. You see what I did there at 7:42 on the rundown? Even though we're doing it at 8:12.
No.
All right, at the 7:42 tees, I got the Hoya's win story, and then we can go right into Morning Wood. Or did you just want to skip it and move on?
No, it's fine. I guess it's just not updating on my side because it's Teams. I do Homer.
So does Marge.
Now, do I just turn the hotspot off?
Is your internet rolling? Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
the way to do it. Ooh, Rockalot had a 128 gig iPod. Hell yeah. I was talking about iPods where you're going. How I miss them. Like the iPod are going to be some people's cassette tapes. Three. You still can't see the story?
Yep, got it.
Oh, fun. Now we're back in the internet.
Oh, yeah.
It's Danny and Country Corey on 98.1 The Max.
As we await the NCAA March Madness bracket to come out Sunday night, regional championship tournaments continue this weekend. And in one of yesterday's games, the number 8 ranked Georgetown Hoyas upset top-seeded Villanova 72-71. What a game.
Here's the exciting moment from Washington, D.C. Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan. This is great.
Daniels across the timeline, puts up a deep three, missed it. Hoyas win! 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 Hoyas win!
I know what you're thinking. That was edited together. Country Corey, you edited that together to make it sound like he said that a million times in a row.
But in fact, he said it 22 individual times.
Count them.
Daniels across the timeline, puts up a deep three, missed it. Hoyas win! 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 Hoyas win!
I would love to hear him. I'd love to know what he said right after that.
You're right, because that he just couldn't stop himself. And I know it's an exciting game, 72-71. You knock out the top seeded team.
He had to have gone to Georgetown. He had to have graduated at Hoya
22 times. And like you said, it sounds like you just, dubbed it so it kept repeating because his tone never changed.
Never. It sounded like the exact same one over and over and over again. It's absolutely crazy. All right. Time for a little bit of Morning Wood.
Mornings on The Max with your Morning Wood.
Which Morning Wood headline is the real headline? Would a couple handcuff themselves together for 3 months to fix their relationship?
Would a battle of the baby bands end in tears?
Or would a whiz kid invent a smart alarm that electrocutes cookie thieves?
I'm the cookie monster. Give me that cookie. C is for cookie.
Zappo!
535-9898. Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? And you get lunch at Moe's.
That was awesome.
Was it?
Well, I mean, just the way you came back in and just like you never left. I mean, I was completely prepared to finish that break. All right.
If it does it again, I'm just gonna go back to hotspot.
98.1 The Max. Who's this?
Your mom.
98.1 The Max. Who's this?
This is Ricky.
Ricky, which Morning Wood headline is the real headline?
Number 2.
Battle of Baby Bands ends in tears. Start crying, buddy, because you got no morning wood.
Sorry, that is incorrect.
That is incorrect. Okay.
All right, thank you, Ricky.
All right, bye.
I know, right?
No, I was laughing at text. Eric Hasseltine just asked if did the Hoyas win?
Oh, the Hoyas. I'm with Rock a lot. What is a Hoya? $98.1 The Max. Who's this?
Hey, this is Carlos.
Carlos, which Morning Wood headline is the real headline?
Is it the handcuff one?
It is the handcuff one. Nice job,
right.
Carlos.
Could you
Thank you.
could you be handcuffed to your spouse for 3 months at a time?
Sure. Why not?
Wow. You're a better man than I am.
No kidding.
All right, brother. You have got Morning Wood and lunch from Moe's. What day is it, Carlos?
I believe it is Friday, biatches.
Woo!
All right. Let me get a little info from you here, buddy. Hang on one second.
The team name is derived from the mixed Greek and Latin chant Hoya Saxa, meaning what rocks, which gained popularity at the school in the late 19th century. The name Hoyas came into use in the 1920s. Most teams have their athletic facilities on the main campus of Georgetown University. Rock a lot. I don't know what I just read. I feel like I just read something from the CDC.
There's no sound.
What do you got?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
No. Thank you, Patricia.
You want to run the morning wood thing again here and the caller at 20, or you want to run the caller here and then see what's up after that?
I don't think. I mean, should we solicit it even though we got a winner already? I would just put a "you're listening to." When all else fails, have Rich say it.
Right? When all else fails, let somebody else do it. And sometimes before it fails.
Oh, there's something I was going to tell you.
That you like pizza?
It's my favorite food.
Is it really?
Yep.
Wow. I care for pizza a great deal. Mine's a tie between burgers and pizza. Because I like hamburgers, cheeseburgers, slap burgers. You ever heard of a dough burger?
A dough burger? No, hold on 1 second.
It's a Good Friday food.
Very important discussion there.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad you're solving problems.
Would you rather eat a baby or a matter mom?
What's the matter, Mom?
I don't know. What's the matter, Mom? That's what just went down.
Never a dull moment.
And I can't believe I fell for it. I mean, I did exactly what you did. I just
And then I immediately fell for it too. In fact, I'm going to use it later today. As soon as I get home. Man, I could go for some pizza right now.
Oh, I got some.
Oh, well, great. Good for you.
Oh, I'm glad you reminded me. I ordered. Carl was like, "Do we need this much pizza?" I go, "Yes, for the weekend. For breakfast tomorrow."
Where do you get your pizza?
East side of Chicago. It takes them forever to get here. Just kidding. No, it's called East Side of Chicago, but they are down the street.
It's called East Side of Chicago. Do they have a Chicago style deep dish?
Yeah.
Yes.
But they have the Chicago style thin crust where it's like barely on there. That's what I get.
I like Chicago style deep dish a great deal. I thought the only place you could get it around here was Windy City in Hernando. My wife makes a mean deep dish Chicago style though.
So, that's what I was going to say. So apparently, Castles Made of Sand went over well.
I know. I saw that.
I know you saw it. I saw you saw it.
That's all that I saw it. Was that another hand picked?
Yes.
I love it when you hand pick. So Avery stays home from school today because she convinced Margot that she's not going to be doing anything in school today anyway. And she's got good grades. So she should be able to stay home today.
Because it's spring break.
Yep.
Tell her to be careful. She may never go back.
That's what I told Margot yesterday. I'm like, I don't know, man. We might need to get this day in. They may not come back. And they will, though. Ain't nobody scared of COVID now. Everybody's all bucking up. I'm about to surprise you.
Well, I mean, here's just what I don't get is I still feel like we're not on the same page. After you hear the president last night and hear what he says, and then you read that article this morning, it's like, which way is it?
Well, I mean, we'll have to discuss this here in a bit because I know the difference.
Mornings on the Max with your Morning Wood.
Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? Would a couple handcuff themselves together for 3 months to fix their relationship? Boo.
Would a battle of the baby bands end in tears?
Or would a whiz kid invent a smart alarm that electrocutes cookie thieves?
901-535-9898 is the Rick's Powder Coating line. Hello, what is your name?
Hey, this is Carlos.
Carlos, which Morning Wood headline is the real headline?
Is it the handcuff one?
It is the handcuff one. Nice job,
right.
Carlos.
Thank you.
Could you be handcuffed to your spouse for 3 months at a time?
Sure. Why not?
Wow. You're a better man than I am.
No.
All right, brother, you have got Morning Wood and lunch from Moe's. What day is it, Carlos?
I believe it is Friday, biatches.
Woo! This couple is from the Ukraine, so they've got some crazy names. 28-year-old Victoria, I can't say her last name, and her 33-year-old husband or boyfriend, Alexander, were constantly fighting, kept breaking up and getting back together. So they made a plan to try to fix things one way or the other. On Valentine's Day, they handcuffed themselves together, and they're staying that way for 3 months.
Wait a minute. They're not even married?
90 days. That's 90-day fiance.
To someone you're not married to.
I would love to know how this ends up, whether they stay together or they break up once and for all, because it's going to go one way or the other, but they're going to be very committed with that decision, whatever it may be.
I don't think they're going to make it. How do you do anything?
I don't know how you get dressed. I don't know how you put a shirt on. I mean, I definitely don't want to stand there while she poops.
Yeah. And
I got to have my arm in the shower, moving it around so she can wash her hair. I mean, it's a logistical nightmare, Danny Bruns. A logistical nightmare.
it is a logistical nightmare, but does the beautician go to the car lot while he's selling and she puts on makeup for her clients? I mean, how do you go to work? I'm saying this is a BS story. There's no way.
You don't think it's true at all? You're calling it, aren't you?
I'm calling it.
Danny Bruns has called it. So it has been called. So spring break is next week, and that brings up a lot of questions about traveling or whatever you might be doing. In the past, people travel and go to the beach and stuff on spring break. So we'll try to figure out what's okay and what's not coming up. Did I frustrate you, Danny Bruns?
No. What happened to the guy that got the wrong answer?
He's still over there.
We'll invite him to the party next time, man.
Okay.
Good morning. We had a crash.
Wendy, for God's sakes.
It's two.
Sorry. No, I got irritable. I got to shake it off.
You got irritable.
I did with the internet and stuff. I mean, I could tell by the way I was talking to my kids. It's over. It's done. No reason to be still upset about it.
All right. So we're doing all this to get to what? Because I was looking at our page and it's,
All right.
Do you tell that you traveled, but it's a yes or no thing. It's not you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. So, well, let's go back to why I'm confused as to, hold on. Where is it? Where did you go? Okay. So we hear,
right. We're hearing so much conflicting stuff because
we hear this from Shelby County this morning. Gosh.
Because of everybody's so panicked about money. That's why.
Connect. Today's the 12th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we hear this last night from the President of the United States.
Talk to your family, friends, your neighbors, the people you know best who've gotten the vaccine. We need everyone to get vaccinated. We need everyone to keep washing their hands, stay socially distanced, and keep wearing the mask as recommended by the CDC.
Well, I guess it's not really that bad, but then you wake up and you hear that Shelby County mayor says we're significantly relaxing the restaurants. So maybe,
but they're not lifting a mask. They're not lifting the mask thing. I mean, I don't know. Even if they do lift the mask mandate, I mean, why is it such a problem?
A relaxed mask policy is also expected. The policy wording may change to allow diners to remove their mask when seated at their tables. It now requires them to wear masks even when seated, if not actively eating or drinking. And the restaurants will be relieved from facing fines if they don't monitor the mask compliance. So we're talking about removing our masks and not having to wear them indoors, but we're being told to wear our masks. Which way is it?
Both ways.
What do we do?
I just think that everybody's talking about how it's an unfounded COVID panic or whatever. The panic is not the COVID panic. The panic is the money panic. That's why states are reopening everything and doing things that may end up being not in their constituents' best interest because they're so panicked about the money. And I don't know what to do about that. You know what I mean? Because you got, on one hand, you got this public safety thing, regardless of how big of a deal you think it is. People in government that are running things have to think about it. And then on the other, you got this business is closing, no money's coming in. I mean, it seems like for people like Mayor Lee Harris and the governor that it's just a no-win situation. You know what I mean? If they don't open everything, everybody's clamoring, well, ain't everything going to open everything. Yeah, we can't live our lives in fear. And then if they open everything and it goes all to shit, it'll be, why did you do that to us? You know what I mean? So they can't win either way. They just do this and hope that it continues on the trend that it's continuing, which is downward. That's all I know.
I mean, yeah, we're down 90% in numbers since January.
So the downward trend is continuing, but you never know. We're not going to know. We're going to look back in 3 or 4 months and say, well, it was the right time to open everything, or it wasn't the right time to open everything. You know what I mean? And I hope they're right. I hope numbers continue to go down. Everything reopens like it is and everything's fine. Well, I'm going for that. But wearing a mask ain't really no sweat off my brow. I'm ugly, so I'm just saving people from seeing it.
The problem is, too, I mean, this is not over. We're not anywhere near this being over.
Right. So,
I mean, mask or not, over 100,000 businesses have already closed.
Right.
And last night, we got nothing about the science of the lockdown continuing, self-responsibility with masks, or that the virus is coming across our borders. We didn't talk anything about that.
Did you put that Joe Biden thing in the...
No, I just got it on the... No, because it's... everything I've put over there again just wants to not convert. Here, I'll email it to you. I'll Teams it to you, and you can keep me from having to kill file manager.
Okay.
If I can figure that out.
Or I could just download it from the website real quick.
Well, it's on Phantom.
Oh, okay.
Log into Phantom.
Oh.
I mean, you can.
I mean, if you've already got it, just send it over. Because you'd have to tell me how to go get it on that website. Who wants to learn something?
Yeah, I'm not
8:30 in the morning. God.
Not me.
Me neither. Aerosmith song is a good message for the next break.
Why do we have 3 songs back to back?
Just because of the timing.
Oh.
You want to pull one? We can pull.
No, I'm gonna send this to you. Then I do tease, and I gotta do Homer. What is this? Oh.
All right, so spring break is next week. Blah 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 blah.
Spring break is next week. I know some people were on this week, but if you went on vacation and you saw stuff that wasn't like here, like I know we went to Florida last summer and there wasn't a pandemic going on. And DeSantis down there and the governor, his numbers are lower than anybody's.
So what is going on? We're going to try to figure something out next.
All right, let me
mute that, do this. Let me grab this thing here.
So, are we just abandoning, the vegan girl?
Shit. Didn't really want to. We got a bunch of blank breaks in the 9 o'clock hour, so.
And I have a feeling this is going to die too. It's going to die a quick death, actually.
Yeah, it's going to die a one break death. The fogging up of my glasses is what I hate about the masks. All right. My wife too. I hate that you forget them. You get 5 steps away from the car and go, oh God, turn back around and go get it.
All right. Something's wrong with my Adobe. So can I send this to you and you,
Yes.
thanks. I mean, I'm clearly doing something wrong or it's set a wrong setting. And it hates me.
Sabotage.
Right? Will you be able to see what the bit rate is before you change it? So I can see where the problem is and go to it instead of trying 1615. Change variables.
I mean, I can go, I can look, but it doesn't like pop up or anything.
Did Ross's audio ever make it over there? Yeah, okay. All right, well then I'll just close out of it and see if it'll fix it, reset itself. I'll just get on Reaper. Do a little Reaper over spring break. What do you think?
Why not? Always try to open it before it's finished downloading.
Where did you go?
Was it supposed to play 8:55?
Yeah.
Taking an awful long time to download this thing. Pew, 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 pew.
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey on 98.1 The Max.
Spring break 2021. Woo! Is it a super spreader? Should we go?
Should we stay home? Should we go ahead and abandon all everything? Who knows? I know that my daughter Avery is going to Disney with some friends. And
How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, I'm a little nervous. I mean, I am. I got to be honest about it. I'm a little, okay. I'm really nervous, but I'm not going to stop her. I mean, she stayed at home for hell a year. At some point it's got to, right? I mean, I'm scared to go out. I wouldn't go to Disney, but then again, I wouldn't really like to go to, I don't want to go to Disney anyway.
And she's 14. The likelihood of her getting dead because of COVID is zero.
And none of us are high risk. So if she brings it home and I get COVID, it's just a couple of days off. You know what I mean?
Right.
And with this whole work from home thing, I may not even have to take off.
Exactly. We went to Florida last year at the end of the summer and it was fine. I don't remember having a mask on ever.
They didn't have any idea there was a pandemic, huh?
No. But their numbers are great. I mean, the governor's done one hell of a job in Florida. A lot better than the governor of New York.
What has he done that made such a difference?
Just not lock down the state.
But how did that make a difference in COVID numbers?
Because you just clean the hood, clean the herd, get it over with, get it done. And they also talked about the treatments because no one's talking about the treatment. So, Corey, if she comes home with coronavirus and gives it to you, you have 3 different treatments you can take that have a higher rate of success than the death rate.
Well, it's good to know. If I get COVID, I'm calling you.
Please do, because I'll tell you what to call and tell your doctor. That's kind of what the whole problem has been since day one. When hydrochloroquine came out, we dogged it and said it didn't work. We've used that medicine in this country for how long? Like, why do we keep hiding the treatments? No one's talking about the treatments. Only the vaccine and only the deaths. And 0.2% of the population has died. You know how low that would be if we told everybody about the treatments? And not that 0.2% isn't very, very low, but it would be even lower if we would talk about the treatments. But no, wear a mask, get a vaccine. Not if you do get it, here's how you get better.
Well, I think that they're focused on prevention more than they are treatment, I think, at this point. And at every point, you may be right. Hell, what do I know?
I just find that odd. You know what I mean? And that's every news outlet out there. That's
every single one. I've heard about the treatments on one newscast, and it was just like a quick mention in a larger story.
And I feel like the fear mongering is whatever is still going on. The scare tactics that's how I feel.
I don't like the how nobody can get on the same page. How everybody wants to disagree just because they are basically fighting for what they want. I don't want to wear a mask. I want to go everywhere. So I'm going to disagree with everything everybody says that's different than that.
Well,
you know what I mean? And that's the problem, is that we've got governors of states doing that. And some of them are going too far. Nothing, fine. We're not even worried about a pandemic. And others are going too far. We got to lock everything down all the time. I mean, not that maybe there's a happy medium, but it just seems like people are just doing what they want and disagreeing with everybody that goes against what their end goal is.
Well, and then you hear the president spoke last night. Here's what he said.
Talk to your family, friends, your neighbors, the people you know best who've gotten the vaccine. We need everyone to get vaccinated. We need everyone to keep washing their hands, stay socially distanced, and keep wearing the mask as recommended by the CDC.
Now, when you break that down, and it doesn't sound too severe, but listening to it last night, it sounded very scary or fearful.
Right.
And then, or like we haven't really gotten anywhere. And I'm not dogging Biden. I'm just saying in general, it still sounded like, okay, stay at home until you're vaccinated.
Right.
And then we wake up this morning and we hear that we're pretty much opening Memphis back up. So
with what is it? Health Directive 19.
So yes, so they're going to be laxed on the restrictions of restaurants and bars, which I'm excited about. But the point is, just like you said, Corey, which way is it?
Right. I mean, it's just people are just doing what they want. If that's what we're going to do, let's just do that. But I think with Joe Biden, I think it's his tone of voice, because he's got this urgency in his tone of voice that in a whole big speech like there was last night will really start to stress you out after a few minutes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
And hats off to him. He made it short. I wish every president could make short speeches.
I'm totally into the whole brevity thing.
535-9898. What I want to know is, when my father got it a year ago, I had to sit down and call everyone he came in contact with the last 14 days. So if I go on spring break somewhere, do I have to tell my work that I went anywhere, whether I get it or not? Like, does Avery have to come back and tell her school?
Should I call the school and tell them?
Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
No.
All right, we'll talk more about that here in just a bit. 901-535-9898. You ever done news talk?
1 week.
You should. You'd be good at it.
Oh no, I'm too dumb. I'm not very no.
I'll guarantee you get somebody that listens to this show 3 times a week and you ask them who's smarter, they're going to say Danny Bruns. All right, Facebook comments. Everybody watching, listening. Who's smarter, Corey or Danny? Who do you think? Who do you think made better grades?
Oh, but that doesn't mean I'm smart. I memorized and cheated.
I didn't even try.
That's funny you say that because I'm not. That's why I won't do anything. I have to go to the carpenter and say, can you put this in smart words?
Smart words. I think you're a pretty smart feller.
No, I always say I'm that drunk guy at the bar that's like, I'm just gonna vote for him because I like him.
Right.
You're wrong. I don't know why you're wrong. You just are.
Right.
I got nothing to back my ass up. And then I go to Carl and he's like all philosophical with big words.
I don't do big
but see, Carl's less passionate than I am, but he's more common sense.
Right. I should probably read books.
No. He can explain it in ways, and that's what I think smart. And that's why I like Adam Carolla so much. It's explained in a way where it's not derogatory to either side or anything. It's an explanation of.
And that's the way I'm trying. See, I'm so middle of the damn road.
I think most Americans are. That's why it pisses me off so much.
That we have to pick a side on everything.
Everything. And it's not supposed to be that way.
God, I'm tired of picking all the time. Can't I just do me? Why do I got to make all these decisions that really don't affect anything?
I guess, and that's where I say, and that's where I feel stupid in saying, like, would you go off to World War II? I just want that 9/11 feel back.
Where we all hate the terrorists. Where we all have a common enemy.
We all have a common enemy, which I think the common enemy is our government. And we all don't see it that way, but
I've seen it that way since I was a kid.
Right. And I think it's all of them, both sides. And I just don't know why we are so divided and not coming together. But we're a dying empire.
Because we're so worried about judging everybody for no reason that we can't get along with anybody for 5 minutes.
Right. Our lives are so comfortable that we are just manufacturing problems when meaningful problems no longer exist.
When meaningful problems don't get any attention, we're worried about Pepe Le Pew.
Right.
I mean,
China's over there going, I've got you right where I want you.
Right. China and North Korea and Russia are just waiting. They're waiting.
And we're just distracted by all this. See, we both agree on the same thing.
Okay. It's a shame that your sister hadn't forgiven you, Carlos. Wait a minute. Carlos Yates? Same guy, I guess.
Oh, Carlos is just a fan all around. I love you.
I love you. Calling, watching on Facebook.
Yes, Eric, I can see your comments. April's in Florida. What you got going down there in Florida, April?
I'll bet you're not wearing a mask.
Did you put my homeware in?
Crap, no.
Dude, can you please do
Took it forever to download.
Could you please do my work for me, man, dude? What are you? You're worthless if you're not going to do the work.
If you're not going to do my job, then why are you here? Should I put that in spots? I guess no. I'm putting it in where I can find it.
feel like we're forgetting something else besides that pimentos, but I guess not. Oh, I know what I wanted to come up with was some kind of audio for that music news. Times like these, I guess. I bet I can find. I bet Dave Grohl is in our archives. What you think? He's in my phone. You know that, right? Have I ever showed you that I have Dave Grohl's phone number in my phone?
No, you've never showed me that. No.
It's not his real number. I put it in there because I get sick of people like think they're cool in radio. They're like, look whose number I have. So I just made up one for Dave Grohl and stuff.
What a great story. Not spreading misinformation on COVID. Neither are you medical professionals, and all you did is create decisive rhetoric, poor judgment. Okay. We're really just talking about our point of view.
Yeah, I don't think I told anybody to wear a mask or not.
Yeah, we're not bossing anybody around, but okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry that we offended you. We're just talking. Jonathan said use the old school news sound.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna write that down.
Where are we going with this?
I have no idea. I think that's the whole problem.
Where did we say we were?
That Robin was pointing out. I don't remember.
Oh, do you need to call or say?
Oh, yeah.
All right, give the Carson Kennedy story.
Okay.
It's Danny and Country Corey.
Morning, noon, and night, I listen to you, partially because of quarantine.
And we also canceled Netflix.
But still,
love you guys.
Love you guys.
On 98.1 The Max.
Do you tell if you've traveled at spring break, your school, or your work? If Robin Lemons would like to call in, she seems to know everything. 901-535-9898. I don't want to give any more misinformation, so I don't know if that's still a rule or not.
I think it varies. Like, I have a friend in Boston that does a radio show, and one of the members on his show they have a rule at their company that if you're going to travel, you have to tell the boss. I mean, I don't know if it's you have to get approval sort of thing, but you're supposed to tell them when you're, wanting to go out of town. And one of the people on his show tried to sneak off to Florida for the weekend.
Yeah, my kind of girl.
But got busted because she got trapped at the airport, stuck at the airport in North Carolina, and couldn't get back to Boston before 6 a.m. on Monday. So she ultimately had to call in and say, hey, I'm not going to make it to work today, which probably got her a 2-week vacation, because I don't know, from what he said, the rule at their company is that if you go out of town, you're going to have to work from home for 2 weeks or whatever, to make sure that you don't, come down with symptoms or whatever. So, I mean, I guess that's a good rule. It respects others, but I mean, Avery is going to Disney on Sunday. Should I call Elmore Park and let them know, or should I just consider this conversation notice enough?
Yeah, they know now. I don't know. And I couldn't tell my kids to not say anything because they would go back to school, of course.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to actively try to hide it. I think that's dumb, but I just don't know if I need to give them the heads up or not.
Well, that's where we're at. That's what we were talking about just a minute ago, April. We don't know what is what because of all the misinformation that we're getting. One group is saying this and one group is saying that. So if our friends up in Boston say, if you travel, you have to come back and tell us, does that mean we do too in Tennessee?
Well, I mean, that's a company directive. That's not a state directive or a county or city directive. That's just what the company does. And that company is in Memphis too. So I imagine that the radio stations in that company in Memphis have the same rule.
All right. So no, you're correct. So now we just go by what our company's directives are. And I'm not being a smart ass. I'm asking
right. I mean, it's a totally reasonable question. Where do we get leadership on this? Because it's just a weird thing and you never know What I'm just trying to do the right thing. I'm just trying to do and people laugh at me because I'm ass crazy and everybody laughs at, everybody laughs at me because I got hand sanitizer in the car, but I don't care. I'm just trying to do the right thing.
This is fantastic. Whoever just texted on our Rick's Powder Coating text line 535-9898. I love you, man. I love you. It's not like the government doesn't know where you are at all times already. It's literally a setting on your phone.
Location. So the fact of the matter is, we don't know. And coming up after 9:00, the Foo Fighters almost broke up, and Danny Bruns knows why. All right.
I think it was just fun. I love when I hit caps lock and don't pay attention, don't look up there.
Which one of these two songs was hand placed?
Which one do you think?
I would go with you two.
Yeah, I'm never going to purposely schedule Bon Jovi just for future information.
I don't know. Maybe you're a Bon Jovi fan.
No. I mean, I was when I was 10.
You just saved us. Ain't that the truth?
I love that you go, we don't know.
That's
the whole reason we did this bit was somebody tell us.
Right, because we don't know. I mean, that was the whole crux of it is we don't know. For the safety of my wife and grandchild. Right. I mean, out of an abundance of caution.
I didn't realize it was break time.
We've only got one, so we better hurry. We only got about 9 minutes. We're doing the music news here. Okay, cool. Would you like to have a 5-minute break?
Sure.
Me too. Get a little fresh air. What?
I was just trying to see if I could find anything on Dave Grohl. I mean, he jumped off stage, broke his leg.
I think I just broke my leg.
And he says, I'll be back. He goes to the hospital, gets it comes back and finishes the show. Who does that? Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl does. I've seen him in concert, and it was badass. It was their first tour.
You guys save me every day. Thanks for being the coolest kids on the radio. Thank
Oh,
you.
wow. That's awful nice. All right, I'll be back.
Okay. Ba 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 ba.
You know, the whole dad rock thing. We're so dad rock. First of all, we are all dads. And you're right, we're a rock band. Look, I'm 50 years old. I have gray hair. But you know, the funny thing is I have never considered our band cool. And I like that. We've just never been hip or cool. And I think that the reason why we're still here is because we do kind of disconnect ourselves from like the popular stuff that's going on, but also because what the do we care? I just want to play music.
They open this office back up, it's going to be a whole different world. It's going to be like going to a new place, you know? And
I don't know that they will.
What, open the office?
Before May, I don't think.
I mean, they're going to at some point. I don't know when, but it'll be after all this work done, and everybody coming back is going to be like, "Wow, I don't even recognize the place."
Oh, I see what you're saying. Are we going instead of spring break? Are we going into situational cheating?
Yes.
All right, we're taking it a long way to Dave Grohl, but he's the man. All right, he's in there.
I really want to do the laser thing too.
Okay, let's do that with Ross.
A minute 24, Dave Grohl. That's long, isn't it?
It is, but we got nothing else.
And I need to make sure this doesn't go on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, it's all we got. So I mean, it's only a story. Because
are we going to do the topic of which band do you want to see the original lineup and do a break on that before we go to the? because that's kind of where this break goes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because that other one's evergreen if we never get to it.
Yeah,
We
that's
don't
true.
watch it today.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What band breakup are you sad about? Okay, yeah, and then or do you want original lineup? And I can say, David Gilmour just said yesterday that Pink Floyd reunion wasn't going to happen.
That's sad for Pink Floyd fans.
So yeah, so don't even call and say Pink Floyd because David said yesterday it happened.
What band? It's like Foreigners, the band that has got no original members left, but they're still touring. How do they do that? I mean, doesn't one of the original members have the copyright on everything? Or
I think there may be the Congo player, maybe. Is any origin band member in Foreigner? Hey, but let's since we've already done like the dead ones, they have to be alive. They have to be still alive. They still have to have the possibility of physically being back together.
So the Beatles, you can't say.
No, they're dead.
The Rolling Stones, you can't. Oh wait, my bad. I don't know what's funny. Best supervisor ever. Just standing there watching people.
Oh, okay. Mick Jones is still there.
Oh, okay.
Lead guitarist Mick Jones. Okay, I'm a liar then. I'm a liar, baby. Before Google, you just make up stuff. I hate it.
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey.
Are you ready? Make some noise!
On 98.1 The Max.
Could you imagine if the Foo Fighters broke up with everything Dave Grohl has been through? Here's Dave talking about the early days of the band and the time he broke his leg after falling off a stage at the Foo Fighters show. I mean, he worked at Tower Records and it all came back around.
Okay, so there's that. They almost broke up.
Song right there. That song right there is what almost broke up Foo Fighters. Right there, that song.
Really?
Times like these, everybody's favorite. Can you believe that?
I can't. That literally is their biggest song, and it almost broke them up. That's crazy.
And it's even the lyrics of times like these. You learn to love again. You would think it would be a makeup song, not a breakup song. It's
I know, right? I'm glad they didn't break up because if they would, if they had, it would make me sad.
Well, they had a huge argument the first time they were rehearsing the song, and he thought the band was on the brink of a breakup, saying that they got a huge argument. It may be the closest the band actually ever really did come to breaking up, but they didn't. And that was from Shiflet. So I just think it's funny. To me, it's a makeup song, and they about broke up on times like these. Come on.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? So which band breakup are you sad about?
The Go-Go's.
Really?
The Jets. I heard a rumor. Who's that?
I have no idea. I'm sad about Guns N' Roses still.
The Bengals. Guns N' Roses broke up when?
They could have had a great future together too. I mean, if they'd have kept their egos in check, they could have been one of the biggest. I mean, they could have competed with the Beatles and the Rolling Stones as for one of the most epic bands of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think you're exactly right because they, at least like AC/DC, you know, I mean, just more legendary than they already are.
Right? That's exactly right. 901-535-9898. Which band would you like to see get back together that's still where everybody's still alive?
Yeah, we can't hear this Led Zeppelin stuff or the Beatles. They're dead. They ain't coming back. But ones that are still out there that could possibly get back together, but you can't call in and say Pink Floyd either.
Right. We got a lot of rules on this today.
The only reason you can't say Pink Floyd is because just yesterday, David Gilmour slammed the door shut about getting back together. He says he has zero interest in touring stadiums again. It has run its course. We are done. I'm all for Roger doing whatever he wants to do and enjoying himself, but I'm not doing it. So you have to be alive and you can't be Pink Floyd. Good luck.
901-535-9898. Which band would you like to see get back together? All right. Sorry I screwed that up. I thought you meant you wanted me to put the song in.
No, I know. But then I couldn't see the hotkey, so I had no clue when it was ending.
Right. Sorry, I didn't.
No big deal. No. I thought you would catch it when you heard times like these start.
98.1 The Max. Good morning.
Hello?
Hello. Hey, buddy. Okay. Like I just got hung up on purpose.
Yeah. Babalubo or whatever they yell.
Oh. 98.1 The Max. Good morning.
Hey man, what's going on?
Not a lot, brother. What band would you like to see get back together?
I got one that's a little newer than what y'all were saying, but Fuel, man.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I love Fuel, man. I grew up in the same town that their lead singer grew up in.
Oh, cool. So you got a little connection there. What's your name?
Yeah. My name's Hayden.
Hayden, what day is it?
It's Friday.
Friday what?
Bitches!
Hey, Hayden, what do you think about Saliva getting back together?
I think that's pretty cool.
I think they should. They keep saying they are. Then
I think they should, for sure.
All right. Thank you, Hayden. Have a good weekend, brother.
See you, man.
Well, at least we got, a younger audience there.
I'm stressed out.
Why? We've almost made it, man.
I don't know why I'm stressed out, but I'm just so stressed out today. Loop.
Egypt Central. That's great.
I think Ross could put Egypt Central back together. Suicidal Tendencies would be a good one. I'd like to see the original lineup.
Can't get more local than that. Saliva, Egypt Central. Way to go, kids.
So you can't see the OpEx at all, huh?
Yeah.
You just can't see the hotkeys.
Not when you hit insert. See, it was sitting like that because you were trying to put the song in. So then, but when you hit that, I could see it.
Oh, okay. That's why I thought you wanted me to put that song in.
No, I
and go like right into it. I misunderstood.
Don't do it again, man. I know I was very clear on what I'm saying. Dude, it was off the. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's fine. Nobody knows but me and you, and all of Facebook. Oh, come on. Stop.
In the name of love. I'd like to see the Box Tops get back together.
I like to see the New York Dolls.
Why were you? You really love the Goo Goo Dolls or the
Goo-
Go-Go's? You like the Go-Go's that much?
I mean, I was just being.
You a big Bengals fan?
I am a big Bengals fan.
Tora. There we go.
Tora.
I dated a girl one time that had a black Camaro. I don't remember, it was an old one. It was one of the big muscle car Camaros, and she named it Tora.
Nice.
After that band. It's the only metalhead chick I ever dated.
Oh, the White Stripes. That's a good one.
She was kind of a hoe. Well,
she drove a black Camaro.
So we didn't date very long.
She's like the heel of the bread.
They call it the hoe. Oh, here we go. You want to play this call here?
Sure.
In between the songs?
No Doubt. Did they break up?
Yeah. What bands have broken up that you'd like to see get back together in 535-9898?
Hey man, what's going on?
Not a lot, brother. What band would you like to see get back together?
I got one that's a little newer than what y'all were saying, but Fuel, man.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I love Fuel, man. I grew up in the same town that Lee Singer grew up in.
Oh, cool. So you got a little connection there. What's your name?
Yeah. My name's Hayden.
Hayden, what day is it?
It's Friday.
Friday what?
Bitches.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you, Hayden. You got anything from the Rick's Powder Coating text line?
I got a good one. Egypt Central.
Oh, wow. I haven't even thought of that name in a hot minute.
Yep. We also got on our Facebook Live Tora.
Also another good one. You can call or text 901-535-9898. Which broke up band would you like to see get back together? They got to be alive, and you can't say Pink Floyd. We got rules and stuff. All right.
How long were you sitting there? I was sitting there reading something when you said in between these songs, and I saw the countdown. Thought it was the intro, and I'm just sitting here.
I sat there long enough for it was a nice pregnant pause, pregnant with octuplets.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I really thought we had a whole song to go.
98 won the max. Good morning.
Damn Yankee.
That's another one. That's another one.
Yankees.
Thank you, brother. Man, a few words right there.
Egypt Central is back together. 7 Mary 3.
The text line's blowing up.
Creed, shut up.
Now they're just trolling us. Daft Punk like just broke up.
I'm going to reply to this one so we don't have to see that again.
We don't have to see what again?
The last reply was from Credence.
Yeah, CCR. Are they all alive? I'll go with yes on that. I don't need the official word. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
John Fogerty, I guess is all you really need, right?
We're talking about the original lineup, even though John Fogerty's all the person I know in Credence.
Why? Okay.
The Buggles. Can't say the Ramones.
I wanted to see if we had any. I bet we don't. Dang it.
Oh, we don't have we have Devil Went Down to Georgia, but not high enough.
God.
15 seconds. This is not a drill.
It's Danny and Country Corey on 98.1 The Max.
And our Rick's Powder Coating text lines are blowing up for bands that you wish were back together. Someone wrote Egypt Central, then someone else texted Egypt Central's back together.
So hooray, Egypt Central is apparently back together. We just waiting on the word on when they're playing Mulligans.
We also talked about Saliva here locally. 7 Mary 3s on our Rick's Powder Coating text line. Dan
You know who I just thought of? Damn Yankees is a good one. You know who I just thought of?
Who?
Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, they're broken up, huh?
Yeah. And I'd like to hear them get back together because they rock. That is
what about Daft Punk?
They just broke up. Give them a minute.
White Stripes?
White Snake. 901-535-9898.
Damn Yankee.
That right, like Danny said. That's a good one. It's a good one.
Oh, sorry. That's why it was on top of my head. I forgot somebody called in and said that. What about Talking Heads?
Oh, the Talking Heads would be a good one. Absolutely.
REM? I mean, could care less.
We need to do Black Sabbath while we still can.
Are they all alive?
I think so. I mean, Ozzy, Tony Iommi. Who else do you need?
It's like John Fogerty. Who else do you need? Someone wrote in and said CCR.
That's a good one too. I like CCR. The Police would be a good one, I think. They're all alive, aren't they? I mean, you just need Sting. But
I love how we're like, they all have to be alive and can do this, but we only need the singer.
We only need the front man. That's all right. Well, that's what Axl thought he could do with Guns N' Roses, is just go be the front man again, and it would be all would be well with the world. And you see how that's worked out. Chinese democracy.
Candlebox.
Candlebox is a good one too. All right, 901-535-9898. The texts are coming in like crazy. So we will so they landed a Mars rover and they were using some lasers. And we have exclusive audio of the lasers on the moon or on Mars coming up next. Sorry, we were drowning there.
Well, everybody just Hootie and the Blowfish. The only damn Yankees I could get is Coming of Age.
I don't even know that song.
I know. I wanted higher. Really thought I was going to surprise you and have it downloaded, and you were going to poop your pants.
I was going to be all like I was when Unskinny Bob came on yesterday.
Correct.
That was awesome.
Oh, my stomach.
You hungry?
I'm hungry. Wow. Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. Silverchair. I liked Silverchair.
I did too. Good old 90s wine rock.
Tomorrow, you want to play it?
Thank for tomorrow. Sure. Drop
Let's
queen.
go. Let's go right into it.
What do you mean? You want to talk into it? Leave this. You can leave the sweeper. Put a Danny and Country Corey. Oh, you left the sweeper. Perfect. I'll switch it out.
You get to listen to the song though. I don't get to. Turn my radio on over here. How about that? And mute it.
Yeah. And you get to hear it.
Act like we don't have a radio up in this bitch.
And when I was working at home, I didn't actually have a radio. I found an old Walkman and I hooked it up to a Bluetooth speaker with a cord and listened to the radio that way. And my wife thought it was so sad. She bought me a nice little radio for Christmas.
That's fantastic.
She came in there. I was listening to the radio doing work, and she turned and looked at it, and she goes, "That's the saddest thing I've ever seen." Like how you on the radio and don't own a radio.
It's true. A lot of people don't.
I'd love to collect old radios, but
There's nowhere to put them.
yeah, there's nowhere to put them, and people with old radios want a arm and a leg for them. They think each one of them's worth $1 million. You better mute that.
I am.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew. Wait till tomorrow. You know that kid's like 16, that whole band, when that album came out, they were all like 16, 17.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey on 98.1 The Max.
That band can't get back together because the singer's dead. But what band do you
I don't think Dave Grohl would be willing to if he wouldn't.
Yeah, true. Which band do you want to get back together? They all have to be alive. And we got a bunch.
A bunch. 901-535-9898.
Creed twice.
Really? Come on. It'd be like, and Creed's new Get Back Together album sold 2 copies.
Right? Would you like to see Oasis get back together, or do you care?
I don't care. I like the dynamic because they hated each other and they were brothers. So I thought the dynamic made creative music, but I think now it would just be old men whining in a rocking chair.
Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels.
Never heard of them.
Well, my favorite up here may be Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish. And another good one, Silverchair.
Oh, yes. Remember them?
Oh, yeah. I love it. Here they are tomorrow on the Max. There was a suicide song on that album, too. I don't remember what it was.
The problem is I'm 10 seconds behind you.
$98.1 The Max.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. All right.
Mother love bone. And poor Greg doesn't know what the rules are.
Either does Mother Love Bone because the lead singer's dead.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that's why. That's how it's. Look at my response.
Aren't they called Pearl Jam now?
Because the only person I think that's different from Mother Love Bone and Pearl Jam's a singer. Because the Mother Love Bone singer OD'd. There may be maybe the drummer's different. I don't know. I think the guitar player and the bass player are the same. Never heard of Triumph.
I'm starving, Marvin. I'm starving.
It is a miracle. I can sit here and just eat all morning, but I'm still hungry.
I know. Or if I'm doing anything else, I'm never as hungry as I am while I'm on the air.
Right. Exactly. I don't know why that is, but it is. It's one of the weirdest things in the world.
Is it partly because you know you can't get up and go fix something?
Just because you know it's you can't have it.
It's like smelling somebody else's McDonald's fries.
I got this protein bar here, but it's a protein bar.
Right.
I'd rather have a sausage biscuit or a slice of pizza.
Oh, I keep forgetting. It didn't take any time to warm up pizza, and I could eat it right in front of your face and make you just want it more.
Yay, Daddy runs.
Yay.
Making friends.
Making friends.
All right, so finally going to get to do that. And you're going to totally shoot me down. This is going to be a good Danny Ruins Everything.
Oh, with the noise?
Yeah. With the lasers. Pew, pew, with my science fiction ass. He hasn't answered the Pearl Jam thing. Was that too smart ass? Did that come across snarky? I hope it didn't. Everything comes across snarky now if you don't put emojis on it. Mod the Hoople. So what was the question? Would you rather eat a baby or Matter Dad?
Yeah, it'd be Matter or a Matter Dad.
Yeah, it'd be Matter Dad for me. Okay. What's Matter Dad? Nothing. I'm cool. Is that your Danny Ruins Everything? Like I'm gonna try to tell this story, and you're just not gonna let it. You're just not gonna put any enthusiasm into it at all, and I'm gonna be all happy. You burst my bubble, and then I'm gonna be like, "Ah, Danny Ruins Everything," and then you get that. Does that work? This is awesome. Oh boy.
is in essence a sophisticated heat beam which we called a laser. Is in essence
I think I'm about ready now.
Are you about ready, are you? Well, let me at least get through the story. Wait, where is the story? There it is. Okay. All right, so this is just pure enthusiasm. This is just Star Wars. It's funny because it just keeps going.
I know.
Mike Myers, a comedic genius.
You start this one. I'm over here just pressing buttons this time.
Oh, are you? Really? You're not going to talk? Come on.
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey.
Are you with me? Let's go!
On 98.1 The Max.
Danny, the Mars rover is in full effect, and they sent back audio of lasers from Mars. They are using lasers to bust up these rocks so they can analyze the inside of the Mars rocks. So we'll know what kind of stuff, elements, and whatever is on Mars.
It's a sophisticated heat beam, which we called a laser.
Really? Really? We're doing that?
Laser.
A laser. So you'd think, or at least, wow, man, I saw this story. I was like, oh my God, they got audio of these lasers. I can't wait to hear it. This is what I was expecting. And this is what I got.
That sounds like Ross in middays.
It sounds like a broken rotary phone. So huge difference. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. Reality.
Did it ruin your day?
Danny ruins everything. Everything. They're still laughing.
So am I. So are you just disappointed? I mean, it sounds like you were looking for asteroids and you came back with
just ass. That was funny. Looking for asteroids and came back with just ass.
Go ahead and grab that one.
All right, what are we discussing with the roster?
Yeah, I knew you'd love it when I heard. It sounds like Ross at the midterm. It sounds like his audio.
And this is what I got. Huge difference.
Oh,
pew,
man,
pew,
that again?
pew.
Yep.
Yeah. Reality.
Did it ruin your day? You're just disappointed? I mean, you were looking for asteroids and you came back with
just ass.
You were looking for asteroids and you came back with
just ass.
98.1.
Saving that.
That should be a recycler.
I know. It is. A real fast one. Did you tell Ross?
I sent him the link.
Okay. There he is.
Good morning, gorgeous.
Good morning. How you doing, handsome?
I was talking to Danny.
Somehow I doubt you're that nice to her.
So we're trying to figure out this morning, why is your audio fine with us, but not when you voice track? Are you using the exact same system?
No, and I fixed it, and we should be good. Hey, make sure my brake. Can you check me my brakes? My brakes are in, and everything worked all right because I had Bobby syncing everything.
You already got brakes in?
Yeah.
I thought you were frozen.
No, I'm just dumbfounded. We're just dumb.
Yes, they are in.
All right, cool. We're gonna be good today. We're gonna be good.
What was the problem?
Input jack on my computer.
Right on.
Was it jacked up or what?
You know it. So I jacked it off, and we're on a new one.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
It always helps.
Get that jack off and get a new one on.
When in doubt, hand job.
Hand job. Hand job.
So really, seriously, you did it that quickly? You just called and asked and it was fixed?
Yep.
Yay, team.
I'm telling you. Knowing is half the battle.
Did you have an extra jack sitting around?
Not anymore.
Cup of that.
Our camera got fixed too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. There you are, Country Corey. How are we doing today?
I'm well.
Yeah.
If I worked with a co-host, it didn't shoot down all my hopes and dreams, we'd be a little better.
Yeah, good luck. What'd you get shut down? Dude, by the way, yesterday after that meeting, I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna be a dick. I'm not gonna be a dick. No more. I'm gonna be open-minded. I'm gonna try to be open-minded, which is great until you put your guard down and you just revert back to your old behavior a day later.
Right.
It's a great sentiment until somebody says something stupid.
You're like, that's dumb. You're like, oh man, I did it again.
So that's what we're going to ask Ross is how's he trying to be a better person today?
Well, because we got shut down by Robin. She told us to stop spreading misinformation on COVID. Neither of you are medical professionals, and all you did was create divisive rhetoric.
Rhetoric.
Is that spelled the same as rhetoric?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I don't feel so bad. Rhetoric, poor judgment.
Where's the lie?
I think I said it in that break like 10 times. I'm no doctor.
Yeah.
I think you said it 10 times, and I think you and I both said, hey, are you supposed to call your work or tell your school if you go on spring break?
I don't know. What's
I don't see that as creating divisive rhetoric.
Yeah.
I don't see it spreading misinformation, because what we did was we got on the air and we said, could somebody please help us, because we can't understand this.
Yeah, that's the reading what's going on at the schools and stuff like that's been like, I feel like I need to go back to school to understand what the school's been doing this whole time.
Right.
You know?
Well, Shelby County schools are the ones that came back are sitting in a classroom doing the virtual.
That's rad. Look at them. At least they're there. Look, it's honestly, if anybody expected them to go back 2 weeks before spring break and go jump right in full feet, no way. I mean, there's going to be this weird learning curve where they're figuring out what the hell they're doing.
Right?
Yeah, this year's a wash. This year's a wash.
But they had all this time to do it. Our kids are.
They don't have all this time. My sister's a teacher. I mean, I know teachers, dude. They have been stressed out of their minds this whole time, and it's like my sister is on new antidepressants because the worst part.
How come our kids went back in August in full time?
Because they're not all the same. You're out in Germantown? Yeah. That's why. That's your answer.
He's in Bartlett.
Who you in Bartlett?
That's exactly. Yeah.
I'm in Bartlett. That's Germantown's poor little brother.
Yeah. that's your answer right there.
Well, that's why we moved here, so we could, make sure our kids go to school. But how is a school board any different than another school board to figure out why didn't they walk into Elmore Park and go, "Hey, y'all have been doing great. Nobody's gotten COVID. Could you show us how you did it?"
Maybe the same reason why the CIA and FBI didn't talk to each other and 9/11 happened. I have no idea. Like, we'll have a commission, we'll have a report, and we'll all find. I'm telling you, the book on this a year from now is going to be incredible. Not even a year from now, 10 years from now. Let's give it 10 years.
I was going to give it 20, but
yeah.
All right, what are we talking about here? I don't want to talk about COVID no more.
How Ross knows everything.
Don't want to talk about
good
COVID.
And bad thing.
I think we should ask Ross what he's done to try to improve his life lately.
Fine. I got an answer for that. I really do.
I don't doubt it. But now I've dicked around and waited till there's 30 seconds left, so we're gonna
good.
What?
Just something somebody said about the stimulus this weekend. I'll tell you afterward.
It's Danny and Country Corey on 98.1 The Max.
We got the mayor of Midtown, Ross Turner, with us. How you doing?
Here I am.
You're just making random noises.
Yeah, it's a ska noise.
Oh, okay. So Ross has been he's on this journey of self-improvement.
Aren't we all?
But you're a little more active about it than I am.
I don't know. I feel you watch people get better. Like the whole lie of this whole year is like, we're going to get better out of this. We're going to be amazing. I mean, the first time I saw one of my friends after like, it was like months of like hiding. And I was like, I thought to myself, I'm like, I'm going to treat them better. I'm going to be more open. And like within 5 seconds of hanging out with my friends, I was already making fun of his clothes. And I think I called him a douche at one point. And I was having fun, but I was like, maybe not everybody has the same sense of humor. So maybe I got to cut back a little bit. But I have been shopping therapists in the last 2 weeks.
Well, you go to the therapist store.
Well, we're lucky enough to have semi-decent health insurance working here. Right. So I've been going to the website and I've been looking at like, maybe we don't have that good insurance, but I've been doing something that I'd never been doing. I'm looking up therapists, and then I look on Facebook. I look them up on Facebook and see their posts and see if they're cool enough to talk to. and at one point I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, I am a psychopath. What am I doing? Because I haven't found one. If you're looking at someone's Facebook account and you're judging whether or not they can handle your problems, no one's good enough to handle, because we're all douchebags on Facebook.
Ross has to have the coolest therapist in town.
Do you want the coolest or the nerdiest?
All right, so I'm glad you said that, because that's what I started saying to myself. I'm like, wait a minute. Why do I want someone cool? I want someone who actually stays in on the weekends, doesn't do crazy stuff, has a loving family that looks boring. Because if you could turn me down from 150% to maybe 75, I might live a happy life.
He's shopping therapists. Now that one doesn't have enough tattoos.
No,
that one's beard's not nearly cool enough.
If they share a bunch of memes, they're automatically out.
So it's like you want to go to a therapist, but you don't want them to tell you anything's wrong with you.
All right, so that basically that's what's the underlying problem, right? I'm finding reasons not to go. Is really what I'm doing. I know that. I understand that. but this is my process. This is going to be a slow road back to normal.
It's not a pretty process, but it is yours.
It is my process. All right. My mom loves me, so there you go.
Right, what's
You know, it has to.
Yeah. Contractually obligated. Coming up on the max, look, I think grizzly bears might just be 600-pound bomb sniffing dogs. That's coming up on the max.
You're going back to Cocaine Bear?
No, Kyle Anderson, the forward for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
His dad bought a house in New Jersey. They just found 3 World War II era shells in the backyard. New Jersey bomb squads excavating their whole backyard now.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
And the best part about it is they go, the reason why they found him is because his dad heard that someone buried treasure in the backyard. So they've been digging holes in their backyard looking for treasure.
I would do the same thing.
And the whole thing, I'm like, where are you in your pandemic hobby? Are you you digging up holes for buried treasure, you psychopaths?
You remember Stand By Me and how he's under the porch with all those holes? That's what my damn dogs have done to my backyard.
How many dogs you got?
5. Oh. Only 2 of them are mine.
What, are they, your kids brought dogs when they moved back?
Yep.
Yeah. Never a dull moment.
Never. Not one.
Never.
Anyway, what were you talking about before that you would tell us afterward?
What was I going to tell you about?
You can take us off.
It was just it was a quick comment. A friend